One wrong aircraft, one illegal charter, one bad call, and your broker career is over. Let me explain how to never make that mistake. I am Enzo, director of Elysium Jet Academy, COO and co-owner of Elysium Jet, a private jet charter company based in New York and Dubai. I'm also a former Falcon 900 pilot. If you're a future broker starting out or an active broker already on your desk, this one is for you. Let's break it down. Not all private jets operate under the same regulatory framework, and one of the most critical distinctions you have to master from day one on this desk is the difference between Port 91 and Port 135. If you are operating in Europe, the equivalent frameworks are called Port NCC and Port CAT. Same principle, different naming. Throughout this video, I'll speak in Port 91 and Port 135, but everything applies directly to NCC and CAT for European operations. This distinction is not a technical nuance. It's not an administrative detail. It directly determines who can fly, under what conditions, how an aircraft can be legally offered, and what you are actually allowed to broker. Get it wrong, and you are exposed to serious legal consequences, financial consequences, and permanent damage to your professional reputation. So let's go through it properly. The first framework is Port 91, non-commercial operations. In Europe, the equivalent is Port NCC. These aircraft are operated by or for the owner of the aircraft, without commercial payment from passengers. The owner uses his own jet for himself, his family, his associates. That's it. Now here's what matters. Even though this aircraft may look identical to a charter aircraft, its regulatory status fundamentally limits how it can be used. An aircraft operating under Port 91 cannot be sold as a charter to third-party clients, ever. It can only transport the owner or people directly connected to the owner. That's the legal boundary. Now, here's where it gets interesting, and this is what most brokers don't fully understand. Port 91 gives the owner real operational flexibility that Port 135 does not. And that's exactly why some owners choose to keep their aircraft on Port 91. Crew duty limits are lighter. Under Port 135, crew rest and duty periods are strictly regulated, monitored, logged. Under Port 91, a crew can push closer to its limit without hitting the same regulatory ceiling. A Port 135 crew might be legally grounded at hour 10. A Port 91 crew might still be legal for the same mission. Aircraft performance requirements are lighter. Port 135 imposes stricter runway length calculations, wet runway, contaminated runway, rejected takeoff distance. Under Port 91, those calculations are less restrictive, meaning a Port 91 aircraft can legally land on runways that a Port 135 aircraft cannot use commercially. Same aircraft, same weight, different regulatory boundary. Flight permits and operational approvals are lighter for Port 91 owner missions. Less advance notice, less documentation, faster process. Maintenance oversight is less intensive under Port 91. The maintenance still exists, but the audit and documentation framework is not on the same level as Port 135. Put this all together and it makes sense. Port 91 is designed to give the owner freedom. Port 135 exists for the opposite reason. The moment paying passengers step on board, the framework tightens dramatically because now the safety of the public is involved. Both frameworks exist for good reasons, but only one of them, Port 135, is legally usable for charter. Now let me show you what this looks like from a broker desk. Two aircraft, same manufacturer, same year, same interior, parked side by side on the ramp at Le Bourget. Only one is legally charterable, the other one is not. And no matter how modern the cabin looks, no matter how attractive the price looks, a Port 91 aircraft is not something you propose to your client. This is not a gray area, it's illegal. Now let's move to Port 135. In Europe, the equivalent is Port CAT. This is the only legal framework for charter flights. An aircraft under Port 135 is certified to carry paying passengers. It's operated by a holder of an Air Operator Certificate, an AOC, and it follows stricter operational, safety, training, and maintenance standards, all designed for commercial use. From the client's perspective, this distinction is invisible. Clients don't know the regulations exist. They just assume that whatever you sell them is legal. From your side, as the broker, this distinction is non-negotiable. Every aircraft you propose for charter mission must operate under Port 135. backed by a valid AOC. That verification is your responsibility, because the moment something goes wrong, the responsibility comes back to you. Now let me talk about where this actually becomes a real trap on your desk. Port 91 aircraft can look cheaper because they don't carry the same regulatory burden as Port 135 aircraft. But lower cost doesn't make an aircraft legally charterable. Accepting a lower price at the expense of legality is never an option. Not once, not ever. And here's the scenario I want you to burn into your brain, because this one is real and it's happening more and more. In crisis situations, war, geopolitical events, sudden restrictions on airspace, natural disasters, the charter market reacts instantly. Availability drops, price go up, clients get desperate. And in that environment, offers appear that look too good to be true. Someone reaches out to you saying, I have this jet, I can position it in 4 hours. Here's the price. Stop. First thing you can check. Is this aircraft listed on Avinode or another recognized professional platform? If not, that's already a serious signal. Then you ask 2 questions. Can you send me a copy of your AOC? And when they send it, verify that the tail number of the aircraft they are offering is actually listed on that AOC. Because an AOC lists the exact aircraft that operator is authorized to fly commercially. If the tail is not on the certificate, that aircraft is not legally chartered under that operator. Full stop. Is this aircraft operated under Port 135 or Port CAT in Europe? If the answer is unclear, evasive, or we can make it work, walk away. Because if it's not operated under the right framework, that flight is not a legal charter. It's an illegal transport of paying passengers. And if anything goes wrong, an incident, an accident, a customs control, an authority inspection, you as the broker are directly exposed. You sold the mission. Your name is on the contract. Here is the analogy that makes this crystal clear. Imagine you take your own personal car and you start doing Uber rides, paying passengers without the Uber license, without the commercial insurance. Your car might be beautiful, well maintained. Your driving might be perfect. It doesn't matter. You're operating illegally, and the day a passenger gets hurt or a police officer stops you, you are finished. Port 91 aircraft sold as charter is exactly that. A beautiful car being used as an illegal taxi. Your job as a broker is to make sure that never happens on your watch. To wrap this up, Port 91 and Port 135 or Port NCC and Port CAT in Europe are 2 completely different frameworks. Port 91 is for the owner, with real operational flexibility around crew, performance, and permits. Port 135 is for commercial charter, with stricter rules built for paying passengers. Only Port 135, backed by a valid AOC with the correct tail number listed on it, is legally charterable. In normal times, most operators will offer you legitimate Port 135 aircraft. In crisis times, the market fills with grey offers, and you become the last line of defense between your client and an illegal flight. Master the AOC check. Ask the Port 135 question. Verify the tail number. Refuse the offers that don't check out. Every single time. Because a broker who cuts corners on regulatory framework doesn't have a long career, they have a countdown. One part I didn't cover today: how to actually read an AOC document, what the key fields are, and how operators sometimes present partial information hoping you won't ask. That's a whole video on its own. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you want to go further on the broker side of this business, we run a paid program at Elysium Jet Academy where we break down all of this in depth. Link is in the bio. Up to you. Last thing, drop a comment below and tell me what topic you want me to cover in the next video. If it's useful for the community, I'll make it. That's it for today. I'm Enzo, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.